Danganronpa.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Danganronpa! Let's get to the door. You're really, Makoto, we've all been waiting for you!
I bet you were afraid to be discovered as a murderer, you are.
Listen to me!
Let's just not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can reveal all the details of Makoto's crime. So they really are convinced I did it, huh? But I really don't understand people anymore. I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well. But then, who is the killer? That's what we're gonna find out in this episode. I'm not gonna show the execution in case of copyright, so I'm only gonna show the sudden death that happens to one of the blackened. Alright? Alright? Alright. And it turns out Danganronpa was first released on the PSP in 2010. So technically, I wasn't technically wrong about the 2014 being released, because since that time in 2014, the Vita was getting excessively popular and Danganronpa was released for that. It was released in 2014 at that time when the Vita was getting popular more and more and more. Like, games are still being made for that. And I think the console came out like a few years before 2014. Like, it couldn't have came out at that year, but it did, and it's a successor, and it's still being played as of now. I can tell you, a lot of people are still using their Vitas and probably playing that game as much as I am. So, we covered a lot of that, but let me just take a drink of this and then we'll get going. Okay. But enough frickin' around. We have to get going. The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us? One of us.
Is everyone here?
Nope.
Okay then.
Woohoo.
Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom,
Ooh.
where all your fates will be decided. I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
I'll be waiting. I really like Hina out of all of them, I guess. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well.
This godforsaken elevator. Let us begin.
Yes, indeed.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right. I've said it before. It's up to you to uncover the mysteries that surrounded this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I don't need someone else to tell me to do that. It's Sayaka's honor. I swear I'll find out who the real killer is! As I raised my voice, I tried to give myself courage. I turned trembling with anticipation toward the elevator. Well, isn't that a good thing? Anticipation, but cut the trembling part. With each step forward, I can feel my heart starting to race faster and faster and faster and whatever. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The doors closed and the elevator started to move. A moving elevator! What is this, a ghost? The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds toward the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
oh,
Rather than that, is it not more than a definite defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further and further and further. Oh, Cal, shut up. Into the bowels of the school. Irritable bowel syndrome. That's what the school has. Time to stop being disgusting and get on with the ding.
You finally arrived! What do you think? Doesn't it feel like a real cartwheel? It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close. It's total crap.
Well, now.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Hurry up now, hurry up!
Well, we did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. Oh man, look at the podiums. Look at the podiums. Why is there 6 of them? I mean, why is there 16 of them? Yeah, it was set up so that everyone could see everyone else. Which also made it be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease on to anyone else. The air seemed to grow as we sat there. Don't you mean stand? There's not technically seats. And so the curtains are on our first case. On our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle. A deadly defense. A deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Nice build up, Makoto. Now we will get on with it and start the class trial. Set skills. Vocabulary increases bullet capacity. Effective during the bullet time battle. Melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Effective during the bullet time battle. Oh. Is there any more? I guess not. But now we go back. Open e-handbook. Alright, let's get going. Trial. All rise.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
I swear I could have thought that this right here, I honestly thought that it was going to be something that would lag to hell, but it's not even gushing a bit of lag at all.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then, everyone close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
Are you an idiot? Are you a hero?
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Unless you're hero.
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Ask away!
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier.
That's definitely a dark statement.
Friendship penetrates?
Oh God, shut up!
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were
I asked
only
this.
15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
That's what I asked.
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people.
How inconvenient.
Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started. First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin!
Even though he's a sick son of a bitch, I really love him. I love him to death! It's about to begin, the debate to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I notice, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. You know why I'm only saying bitch and not any other swears? Cause that seems like the least. It seems like the least offensive word. Alright? It seems like the least offensive word. That's why I say crap and hell and other stuff like that. But when I say that word, I feel like I'm at ease. But you can censor it anyway if you want. Editor of this series. But I won't judge. I won't judge. Anything I found, anything I noticed, anything I have to speak about, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. So this is like, this kind of reminds me of Phoenix Wright. Objection! Objection! Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lines are on the line. I mean, lives are on the line. Why would lines be on the line? Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Absolutely. Alright, as things progress through each class trial, you'll be engaged in a number of non-stop debates. Actually, I think I'll stay silent for this one, and you guys will read it on your own. Because I think I already know what to do. I looked up tutorials and everything. Didn't look any gameplay up. But I know what to do. The entirety of it, I looked up tutorials. There was no spoilers or anything. So rest assured, I know what to do. But if you guys don't know what to do, I'm putting this up for you. So I'll stay silent. I don't know why, but hold on a moment. Alright, let's get going. The frames are so impressively high! Holy crap! It's like 60 FPS up in this business.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah, we know that part already.
And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
Hold on, I need to look it up again, because I think I forgot. Weak points, left mouse button. Yes! I knew it had to be something like that.
So it seems most likely that the killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
That's a lie!
No, that's wrong.
Objection! That's exactly what it looked like.
Just a second, Chihiro. Try to remember how my room looked. With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
A struggle? Between who and who?
Sayaka and the murderer!
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
Exactly!
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
She must have been attacked in the main room first. Then, she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That's exactly what happened.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene.
Or maybe.
Shouldn't even need explaining.
Yeah, maybe not.
Sorry.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
That's because it is a real trial, you goddamn it! I'm sorry, I lost my composure there. Good thing technical difficulties just happened to show up. You are frickety frackin' welcome. Alright. I realized I was recording at the wrong pace, so I'll record in 480 afterwards. We need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. I already know. It's a knife, but not some random one.
So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife.
No!
No, that's wrong.
That's exactly what I said! Random knife, you freaking idiots!
No. I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
Oh, yeah. I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Well, don't point that out!
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Why wouldn't it be? Look at this.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us? I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
Shut up!
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Hold on a second.
Let's draw our conclusions after we presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the point of the trial?
She has a huge point.
Well, we can talk all we want. It's not going to change that conclusion.
Shut up, Leon.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. But I know damn well I'm not the killer! There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Alright, I'll mute the microphone again. And not... I always account. Let's get on with it.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon. But where does that get us?
I don't know.
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret, and nobody...
Nope!
No, that's wrong!
The dining hall!
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
That's what they all say.
Next you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go ahead and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier? Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall, but I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
Okay, then what about this? What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together, and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl.
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Exactly. Just like how Ritu Tainaka got involved with getting an air conditioner for the club room. But got screwed up and got hit by Mio right on the head.
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Then there's no way anyone would work together, right?
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case!
Really? I did not know that.
Oops! Did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I didn't go to the dining hall, and I didn't take the knife. So I'm not the killer.
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
No way! I swear it wasn't me!
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that? I can.
That's right. Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's me. Right.
But then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Is Leon considering her to be a boy? What a doofus.
Actually, no. Because, well...
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
I got so scared thanks to those creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means, we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
It doesn't violate it if you're in one of the dorms.
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Are you joking me? Are you freaking joking me?
I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
You don't sound sorry!
But if it wasn't either of you, then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Who was it?
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Sayaka? Someone who's not here. Are you talking about...
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
What? Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was... Why would it be Monokuma? Are you stupid?
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
That's the only possibility.
Oh my god.
And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen. As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
And the person who took the knife was the victim herself.
Son of a bitch.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
Oh my god. Don't jump to conclusions, Mr. Top of the Class.
What?
See? He did do it after all.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
Oh my god.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
Yeah, and the sudden shuddering can tell that. Damn. If I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die!
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say? Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, Then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Point taken!
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
The first Hangman Gambit. Oh yeah, I'll turn off the microphone for you all. I really am enjoying this game. Honestly! Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That's the crucial point. It has to be the hair! The hair! Sounds like a bad horror movie. That one of those bad 80s horror movies that you just want to kill off. If we could just figure that out, what that something is. Alright, I'll stop. The word is A. 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 A.
Now I understand.
Yeah, now I understand.
That's right. There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
That's all of it.
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room?
Point.
It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
I'm starting to suspect something from you, Leon.
The killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then Makoto isn't the culprit?
Now you will see it.
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Oh, you're really confident, aren't you, douche McGee?
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember anything remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
It's fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom.
Yep.
There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
We're gonna use our truth bullets on this. The killer struggled to get into the bathroom, and the evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. It's the doorknob.
I got it! Evidence that the killer had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
You're really dumb.
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
Oh yeah, true. But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
Yeah?
If the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
No, that's just stupidity. You think violence solves everything? No. No.
You still don't see? Okay then, let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. So I almost didn't notice it at first, but is that the key point there? I'll mute the microphone for you all. I know what to do, so I'll mute it for you all. Now let's get back to the debate.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
Then the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
No, she didn't.
No, that's wrong.
The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked. After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with locking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be. But you know, you're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
Maybe it was intentional.
That's not lucky at all.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked. So they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the scene of the crime is that they didn't know was that it took place in my room!
The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Say what?
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
Ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
Definitely something I wouldn't do, since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
It's not a possibility.
So the killer would have to be someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Now you realize that, Toko? That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
Don't be a smartass.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Oh, you...
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
That's what I've been wondering!
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
Makoto thought that, but no.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
That's inconvenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
No. You can't pick a lock. Alright? You can't pick a lock in this school.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Fine. How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
He broke in?
Could have knocked and said they wanted to talk or something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place. Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because she asked me to do something particular. Something because of how frightened she was. The answer's right here. Huh? Why is it frozen? Why is it frozen? Why is it frozen? Oh, thank God. I thought it was frozen. I thought it was frozen. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because...
I got it! Because Sayaka was already scared, remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place. Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
What if her being scared was a lie?
What?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me. Can you still deny the possibility?
Oh my God. She has a huge point. There's something I want to talk to you about. Just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil.
Oh, crap.
And these are the words that appear.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows. When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique, but even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
I second that.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Oh, crap.
Huh? Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
Then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Why would he?
No, I didn't. But
of course you didn't, because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Oh, crap. Then that note, Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone.
Oh.
She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
Shut up!
Of course, I'm only
into 2D so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
Yeah, don't be so showy.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say?
Say away.
Very well then. Pay attention. Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
Nope.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
That's right. The nameplates got switched, just like the rooms themselves.
Yep.
As a result, the nameplate on Sayaka's room actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then, if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem.
Yep.
And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Right.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only person who knew we had switched rooms was... Oh, crap. Sayaka! Why?
I got it! Me and Sayaka were the only ones who ever knew about us switching rooms. So the only other person besides me who would even know to switch the nameplates was Sayaka.
You can also infer as much from her note. She specifically tells the reader to check the nameplate. She would only have written that if she knew the nameplates had been switched.
Oh, God.
Why would she switch them in the first place?
She wanted someone to come to the room she was in, and also hide the fact that it was Makoto's room.
What?
Why?
Inviting someone to your room, but not telling them you'd switched rooms. Why would anyone do that?
To understand that, we first need to understand what happened after she invited the person into the room. That's where the answer lies.
What happened then was probably whoever she invited over came in and attacked her. We figured it out. We know who did it. Whoever she invited over is the culprit.
But we still don't know who it is, you goddamn idiot.
Sayaka fought with her killer there in the room, yes? Perhaps the answer to our previous question lies in that initial struggle.
I just realized they're not even talking about Makoto being the murderer anymore.
Yes, I think you're right.
Then... we just have to figure out what happened during the fight, right?
That reminds me. There was a replica sword at the murder scene. Was that perhaps used during the fight?
Oh yeah. What's the deal with that sword?
Sayaka suggested I should hold on to it. I thought it might come in handy if I had to defend myself. It seems pretty likely that the killer used it to break Sayaka's right wrist.
How the hell could you possibly know that's what broke her wrist?
The reason I know Sayaka's wrist was broken with the fake sword is because when you look at her wrist, there's no doubt.
I got it! All you have to do is take a good look at her broken wrist, and it should become pretty clear. Right there where her wrist is all swollen. There's something glittery there. See?
Is that gold?
It sure is. Specifically, the gold coating from the replica sword. You barely have to touch that stuff, and it'll stick right to you.
Yep, and we all hate that kind of stuff. I hate glitter.
And there's some on her wrist because...
I got it! Because she got hit with the sword, right there on her wrist!
I see. And so the truth draws ever closer.
Alright, then it's about time to solve this mystery.
What are you, Fred Jones? What happened in my room? And what led to Sayaka's death? That's what we need to make clear.
When the fighting broke out, the culprit grabbed the sword, and that's when the first blow was dealt. A sword-based sneak attack.
No, that's wrong. Actually, no. I don't think the fight started with the sword.
Why not?
Because the sword's sheath had been scratched. See? There's a gash in it. Like someone cut into it with something sharp.
Something sharp? You mean like the kitchen knife? That was the only sharp thing found at the scene.
Crap! I'm so freaking sorry! I thought... like I was looking at the microphone, I thought I had it on, but it was blinking red. And it was blinking black too, so whatever. But... I basically said, well, I thought I wasn't muted. I said, idiot, you're wrong. And then pressed the button. And then he said, huh, why not? And then I said, oh, he says it so casually. Huh, why not? Anyways, that pretty much sums where we are now. Hope you're goddamn happy. 'Cause I'm not.
Stop jumping ahead. Slow down and explain it so I get what the hell's going on.
If the sword was used first, there wouldn't be any explanation for the scratch on the sheath. If you were going to attack with the sword, you'd take it out of the sheath first, right?
That's true. With the sheath on, it'd be heavy and bulky and useless as shit.
Yep.
Okay, so how did the sheath get damaged?
If they got attacked with the kitchen knife, maybe they grabbed the sword as a defensive impulse. In that situation, there wouldn't be any time to actually unsheath the sword.
So you're saying the sword was initially used to defend against an attack from the knife?
Which means whoever had the kitchen knife was the one who attacked first.
I think I get it. So here's how it all played out. The culprit came in, found the kitchen knife hidden there somewhere. Then they took the knife and attacked Sayaka before she knew what was happening.
Nope.
So she grabbed the sword to defend herself. But then the culprit took that from her too.
I don't know.
Then, after they broke her wrist with the sword, they took the knife and finished it.
Finished her wrist?
Sorry, but I don't think Sayaka used the sword to defend herself.
What? How the hell can you not think that?
Because she never held the sword at all. There's a certain part of her body that makes this clear.
The part of her body that shows she never used the sword. When you want to use the sword, what part of her body would have touched it? Her palms.
You're talking about her palms, right? The palms of her hands were perfectly clean. So I don't think she ever picked up the sword.
How can you know that just by looking at her palms?
Like I said before, the gold coating on that sword comes right off. All you have to do is touch it. In fact, if you look, you'll notice that a lot of the gold has already come off the handle. It's safe to assume That's because whoever used the sword got some of it on their hands. There's really no way she could have picked it up and come away completely clean.
Yep.
Maybe she washed her hands after she escaped into the bathroom.
Finally, Toko gets a line.
Sorry, but I don't think so.
Why do you say that? Is it because you think I'm ugly?
Totally out of the question.
No, that's not it at all.
There's no way Sayaka washed the gold coating off her hands because there's a certain regulation that talks about what happens to the bathrooms at midnight. The water was off.
According to
Nighttime.
the Monokuma file, Sayaka's time of death was around 1:30 a.m. In other words, at nighttime. And the water in the bathroom shuts off at nighttime, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Actually, I haven't taken a shower yet.
This was so ugly. No, I like you, so I take that back.
My.
You're no different. You smell like a big fat ugly donkey.
Oh my.
I'm not sure whether to take that as an insult or a compliment.
You basically show it.
Insult, obviously.
So anyway, if Sayaka never touched the sword, then that means the killer is the only one who used the sword. But hold on. If that's right, then the one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was...
The one who damaged the sheath with the kitchen knife was... who had to have been the one without the sword. Sayaka!
Sayaka? She had the kitchen knife?
You're joking, right?
We already said that the attack started with...
The person with the knife attacked first, and the sword was used as an impromptu defense.
So she attacked first?
And the one who attacked first was...
Sayaka?
Are you kidding me?
Now do you understand? She wasn't a blameless victim in this.
No, far from it. It's almost as if she'd been planning to commit a murder of her own.
It does. I mean, she looked very depressed, and she finally had enough of it. And when she had enough of it, she figured that if you kill someone, you get to graduate. But in the end, it didn't happen. What?
She took the knife from the kitchen, then invited the culprit to the room she was staying in. And if it's true that she had the kitchen knife and attacked without provocation...
Indeed. These are all the actions of an assailant.
She was losing it.
Which brings up another point. Makoto, Sayaka was the one who suggested you two switch rooms, correct? Maybe the reason she wanted to switch rooms was so that she could pin the crime on you. That is a possibility, is it not?
No.
Sayaka wanted to... on me?
That would also explain why she would switch the nameplates. She wanted to get whoever she had targeted to come to Makoto's room where she was staying. And by committing the murder there, instead of her room, that would implicate Makoto. But for that to work, the target had to be lured out while still keeping the room swap a secret. If the target knew she had switched rooms, they would have become suspicious right away.
So all that's why she switched the names?
But doesn't that plan seem a little risky?
Well, it's not a risky move if you got a pop singer doing it.
For one thing, even if her plan worked, Mr. Naegi would just tell everyone they'd switched rooms.
Nope.
I don't know. I'm not sure our soft-hearted Makoto is capable of that kind of cutthroat behavior.
Well, soft-hearted. I really appreciate that.
I'm sure Sayaka realized the same thing, which is why out of all of us, she asked him to switch rooms.
Plus, she was the ultimate pop sensation. A totally forgettable kid. Or a national superstar. Who are you more likely to believe?
Wait, then you're saying she had this all planned out?
Holy shit!
But in the end, her plan backfired.
Crap.
She launched her attack with the knife, then found herself under attack in turn. That must be when her wrist got broken, and she was forced to drop the knife.
Leon looks a bit tense.
The tables were suddenly turned on her, and she died at the hands of the one she'd planned to murder.
Just hold on! That can't be true! Because...
Hey! You guys have totally derailed the argument. You're being super boring right now. Come on, hurry up and decide who did it.
What do you... Don't you mean who done it?
Wouldn't it be awful if I had to punish you all just because you ran out of time.
Aww.
Oh yeah, we gotta decide who we think did it.
Makoto, right now you just need to concentrate on figuring out the answer to this mystery. If we can't uncover who murdered Sayaka, it's over for all of us.
It's really over? Obviously, I'm committed to finding out who killed her, but what can I do? I mean, as far as clues go, there's nothing left. Oh, we don't know that. You don't know that.
It's easy just to say, hey, decide who did it.
Now we get to the good part.
More clues, right?
Liar!
No, that's wrong.
But still, you shouldn't have said that yourself, Makoto.
There still might be one clue left. Sayaka's dying message.
Dining? Wait, what did you say?
Idiot.
The dying message. She wrote something on the wall behind her, remember? 11037. Written in her own blood. There must be a clue about the killer hidden in there.
Well, before we get too far into that, I need to ask, can we really be sure that Sayaka is the one who wrote it?
There's no question that Sayaka wrote that message. I can prove it. Left index finger.
I got it! Her left index finger had blood on it. That could only be because she used that finger to write the message.
I see. She broke her right wrist during the fight, so she'd have to use her left hand to write.
Alright.
Sure. I think we can all agree Sayaka wrote it. But still, what the heck do those numbers mean?
Hey, Chihiro. You're a computer nerd or whatever, right? You should know all about numbers and shit.
Well, not crap.
No, that's not... Yes, I'm a programmer, but I don't see any kind of meaning in these numbers.
Of course. It's because they're not numbers.
What?
Oh, yeah, it looks like...
Huh? What?
No, it's just... look at the numbers, assuming they're not numbers.
Whoa!
These first two, 1-1, look less like two numbers and more like one letter?
It does! You see that little shred of pink? Or red?
Right. The connecting line is barely there. So I assumed it was 1-1, but...
It's red! There's a little red streak.
Looking at it now, you could also read it as an N.
It's upside down!
Whoa. You might have finally just said something worth a shit.
Thumbs up.
Our little gray cells are really getting excited now.
I knew exactly what he meant.
But even if that really is an N, N037, doesn't make any more sense than before.
I think I might know who it is. Damn it, it's no use. I just don't know.
Rotate the image 180 degrees.
I think I know. Huh? Rotate it? I think maybe I see something.
Oh my god. Now I see. She wrote down the killer's name.
What is it? What is it? I know who it is. Who is it?
You just shot past the clue part and right onto who did it.
So, whose name did she write?
Reveals the killer's name. If it turned it should be crystal clear. L-E-O-N! Leon! It was damn Leon! I'm gonna kill that son of a bitch. It was you frickin' bastard!
Here's my answer.
You're gonna get it,
Key to solving this mystery was simply to rotate the writing 180 degrees. If you turn the message around, it becomes the letters L-E-O-N. L-E-O-N. Or more accurately, Leon.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just a coincidence.
Aw, shut up! You're guilty as frick!
It's just a bunch of random squiggles that happen to look like my name.
It's not random at all.
I'll stop doing that.
She wrote that message on the wall behind her as she was leaning up against it. In that position, she couldn't move to write normally, and had to write upside down, as it were. And as a result, when you look at it standing in front of her, It ends up getting flipped. Try it for yourself if you want. Write something sitting like her, and the letters will be inverted.
Yep.
That sounds like one hell of a stretch to me.
Ah, stretch it out.
I'm the killer? You can't just go and say shit like that.
Ah, you are.
If you're not the killer, then why did you try to destroy the evidence?
Huh?
You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The evidence Leon tried to get rid of?
The burnt shirt piece. The burnt shirt piece, for one. The evidence that Leon tried to get rid of. The thing that found the girl. It was, yeah. Alright, it's a burnt shirt piece.
I got it!
Burnt shirt
You
piece.
mean the burnt shirt piece I found laying on the ground by the incinerator, right?
As the killer stabbed Sayaka, they must have gotten some of her blood on them. And to dispose of the shirt covered in the victim's blood, they threw it into the incinerator.
But one piece burned off and got left behind.
And the killer didn't notice. If they had, they most certainly would have panicked.
Frick! 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 Where do I put it? Where do I put it? That's what he would have done.
Isn't that right, Leon?
What? Say something out to me.
But is one scrap of fabric enough to conclude that Leon is guilty?
Yeah, I mean, Leon's not the only one wearing a white button.
That's right. There are plenty of other people here with shirts like mine. With just that one little charred piece, there's no way you can say for sure who it belongs to.
You're right. That alone isn't enough. But there are some other points that may reveal the truth.
Are you finally starting to understand? The answers to all the riddles are right here.
Yeah, I think so.
The burnt remains of the button-up shirt, which the killer wasn't able to get rid of. There's something about it that we need to pay attention to in order to figure out who's responsible. And it was how it was disposed of.
If we look closely at how the shirt was disposed of, we should be able to figure out who the killer is.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I think I know what you're gonna say. You can't reach the incinerator without opening the gate in front of the trash room, right? And obviously, you wouldn't be able to hit the switch to turn it on either.
That's not the point. You have a shattered crystal ball. It's not like you'd have to get close to the incinerator. You have to throw it. He has a good throwing arm because he's the ultimate baseball star, in case you've all forgotten. I noticed that I've recorded 3.2 gigabytes of footage. And I wasn't even expecting that much.
You need the key to get in, and the one with the key was the person on cleaning duty. So the killer had to be whoever was in charge of taking care of the trash, right?
No, don't accuse Hifumi of this, idiot.
Interesting.
Interesting indeed. No, that's wrong. Interesting. I think I nailed that. No, that's wrong. There's another way to use the incinerator without being the one on cleaning duty, and that's exactly what proves that Leon is a real killer. He's the killer, not killer. It's killer. Make your argument, please.
The key to the trash room. Whoever was on cleaning duty must have had it, right?
So the only one who could get to the incinerator was the person in charge of the trash?
And you'd have to get close to the incinerator.
No!
No, that's wrong.
No, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I think I know how someone could dispose of the evidence without using the trash room key.
But if you can't get past the gate, you couldn't possibly turn on the incinerator, could you?
Yes, you could. If you used this.
What is it, some kind of glass ball? It's busted to hell.
Actually, it was supposed to be a crystal ball, but,
But how would you use it?
The killer had to use a glass ball in a certain way, which was to throw it! Exactly what I said!
The killer simply took aim at the incinerator switch and threw the ball through a gap in the gate.
I wonder why. Is it because he's the ultimate baseball star, maybe?
All they had to do was hit that switch, and the incinerator would come to life.
Going through a gap in the gate?
It would be impossible for any normal human being.
Remember what you said before, Hifumi? Hifumi had the key, so the only way the incinerator could have been turned on without his knowledge.
Or maybe it was a fairy all along, and Leon's innocent.
No.
Was because the killer was able to hit the switch without opening the gate. Once they got the incinerator going, all they had to do was ball up the shirt and toss it in.
Hey, come on! What the hell is this?
A trial?
All you have to do is look at the scene to know that the killer never actually went inside the trash room. The shards of broken glass, the incinerator left running, the piece of shirt that escaped the fire. If the killer had been on cleaning duty, the evidence would have been taken care of much more thoroughly.
Wait, no, just hold on.
But the distance from the gate to the incinerator has to be at least 30 feet, right? The pinpoint accuracy you'd need to throw a glass ball that far and hit something that small. Could someone really do that?
That's right. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Not for you, because...
Difficult, absolutely. Impossible? I don't think so. Because the killer is...
It wouldn't have been much of a challenge at all for the killer, because he's the ultimate baseball star!
I got it!
Don't accuse of Fumi and Hiro.
The ultimate baseball star. Isn't that right, Leon?
Do you have any idea how stupid you sound right now?
Nope.
A target 30 feet away would surely be little challenge for the ultimate baseball star.
I mean, yep.
You can't be serious. I'm not the killer. These goddamn shipper brains have got it all wrong, I'm telling you.
You still won't admit it? Okay then, Makoto. Go ahead and review the incident one more time to make his crime perfectly clear. And with that, we can end this.
Listen to me! What the hell do you mean, end this?
Say what you want, Leon. But all the questions have been answered, and the truth has been revealed.
The veins are popping out of him.
Now here's what happened.
Let's get on with it. I realize that case episode... They are comics. I realize that case episodes will be... Case episodes will be at least an hour or an hour and a half long, depending on how long they are. So... I'll just say right now, an hour and a half, that's basically an entire case. So, you're welcome, because you're going to be hearing the entire damn case for an hour and a half. There, you're welcome. You got a full episode that's at least a movie. Okay, killer entering the room. That's the first one. Okay, the next one. Backing into a replica sword. Okay, now... I think the killer blocking the knife with a replica sword. That's what he does next. And the next one. Gold sword. I think there's gonna be a cold sword in front of Sayaka. There it is. Gold sword. Oh wait. What was it? Killer blocking knife. That was... Oh. Gold sword in front of Sayaka. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's the fourth one. The next one, screwdriver with a doorknob. Now, it looks pissed off. Like, holy crap, he's missing one pupil here, but who cares? Now, screwdriver with a doorknob, we got that. That one. Act 3. Grabbing the glint roller. Now he starts holding the glass ball. Rolled up shirt flying toward the incinerator. And last but not least, this one. Reenact!
The killer is you!
You! It's me? No, it can't be me!
I think I'd better take one more look back at the case from the beginning. Last night, the killer went to the room Sayaka was in. In other words, my room.
Here's the thing. I'm going to mute the microphone. So, and I'm going to set it to auto. So you're welcome, because you won't want to hear my voice during this.
From what we can tell, Sayaka invited that person there intending to kill them. She attacked them with the knife she'd taken from the kitchen earlier. But then something happened that she wasn't prepared for. They grabbed the fake sword I'd put in my room and fought back. During the struggle, a strike from the sword broke Sayaka's right wrist. And that's when she lost her grip on the kitchen knife. Finding herself cornered, Sayaka panicked and ran into the bathroom. The killer went after her, but couldn't get the bathroom door open. What they didn't know was that my bathroom door got stuck easily, and there was a trick to opening it. Sayaka knew about that because I'd told her, but of course the killer had no way of knowing. So instead, the killer forced the door open, took the kitchen knife, and stabbed Sayaka. But with what strength she had remaining, Sayaka left a dying message. To keep the killer from noticing, she wrote it on the wall behind her. And with that, all her strength was gone. With Sayaka dead, the killer quickly began destroying the evidence. First, they took off their shirt, which was covered in their victim's blood. Then they took the lint roller in my room and cleaned up the entire area. They wanted to make sure they got rid of any trace they'd ever been there. Afterwards, the killer headed to the trash room to destroy their bloody shirt. They tried to burn the shirt using the incinerator there. but the trash room was blocked off by an especially sturdy gate, preventing access to the incinerator. So they came up with a plan to use Hiro's crystal ball, which he'd left in the laundry room. The killer managed to throw the ball through the gap in the gate and hit the incinerator switch. For any normal person, that'd be an impossible throw, but the killer had the confidence to take a shot. And that's because the killer was the ultimate baseball star. The crystal ball, thrown with absolute precision, hit the switch on the incinerator, which then quickly roared to life. Having destroyed the final piece of evidence, they left the area with, I imagine, a sigh of relief. But there was one thing they missed. Part of the shirt they'd thrown into the fire burnt away and fell out of the incinerator. The killer didn't notice this, and so left behind a piece of indisputable evidence. Isn't that right, Leon?
Look how much ear piercing he has!
It would appear that Hiro simply forgot his crystal ball in the laundry room. You went there to try and wash the blood out of your shirt, and that's where you saw it, right? Seeing the ball, you thought of a way to take care of everything.
So, Leon, do you object to anything that's been said?
Yep.
Do I object? Hell yes, I object! Of course I do! I object! I object! I object! I mean, all of this is just a bunch of stupid theories! You need evidence! Where's the evidence?
Do you know how stupid you sound right now?
Without evidence, it's all bullshit! It's bullshit and I refuse to acknowledge it!
Well then, I guess this is as good a time as any to present the evidence that proves you did it. Makoto, I believe you're in possession of that evidence.
I have the evidence. Looked again. Here we go.
When the killer removed the screws from the doorknob, they didn't use anything from your room to do it. Instead, they must have used something that belonged to them.
I refuse to acknowledge you. You're stupid. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Here's your proof. You kidding me? Not a chance. It wasn't me. Stupid. You lied. Stop talking. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Stupid. You lied. Shut up. Where's your proof? You kidding me? Not a chance. Where's your proof?
This should prove it.
The screws on the bathroom doorknob were removed. I wonder what kind of tool the killer used to remove them.
I mean, it had to be a screwdriver, right?
I realized I wasn't even talking to you at that damn time!
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure the toolkits we got each had one inside.
And that must be what he used. There aren't any other tools anywhere.
But the toolkit in my room had clearly never been used.
That's because the culprit didn't know it was your room. They thought they were in Sayaka's room.
Yep.
Only the boys got toolkits, so the killer naturally assumed there wouldn't be one in there.
Okay, then whose toolkit did the killer use?
Stupid, stupid, stupid!
It had to be their very own toolkit.
Stupid, 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 stupid!
Leon, would you mind showing us your toolkit? If I'm right about this, then the screwdriver will show some evidence of being used.
Stupid, stupid, stupid! Huh?
And if you say you used it for something else, you'll have to explain exactly when, where, and why.
And let me say this right now. I lost it isn't an excuse at this point.
Wow.
Stupid. Stupid.
You're done goofed.
So, you have no rebuttal?
Then it would seem we are finished here.
Yep. He's so dead! All A's!
Looks like you've reached your verdict. Then are we ready to cast our votes? You all have a lever in front of you. Use it to make your selection. Oh, just to remind you all, make triple sure you vote for someone. You wouldn't want to be punished for something so minor, right? Okay, then let's get excited! Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
What's it gonna be?
Heh, Monokuma vote. Hey! Celeste would probably make this perfect. I hate Leon.
Uh-oh, looks like you got it right on the body. The blackened, in this case, the one who killed Sayaka, was none other than Black Kawata.
Huh? Hey, hold on.
Leon, did you really kill Sayaka?
I don't believe it.
You son of a bitch.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I didn't have a choice.
It was kill or be killed.
So, that's why...
I killed her first.
None of you are any different!
One wrong step and you'd be the one standing here! There was a complete chance and I wound up like this!
I was just... unlucky. That's all.
Hey, come on!
You expect me to just accept my death? Yep, I do!
Everything's become clear. The decision we made was right after all. But when I think about that, honestly, I'd be better off if we'd been wrong. But what we came up was really the truth. And the truth that Sayaka was trying to frame me. But... Even if that's true, I can't say she was wrong. After all, the mastermind. It's all because of that video. Even I couldn't handle what I saw in there. If I was her and the video actually had something to do with me, I couldn't even imagine.
Why?
The one thing that was more important to her than anything else. Her dreams. Her friends. To have to see something like that happen to them. In Sayaka. And that's why Sayaka, for the friends that meant so much to her. That's why she betrayed me. That's what I intended to think. So when she said...
No matter what happens, please always be there for me. I need you on my side.
She was lying to me from the very beginning. She was using me. Is that why she talked me into... she talked to me in the first place? I guess I'll never know. But there's nothing I could do to ask her what she was thinking. Once you're dead, that's that.
Boy, howdy, entertainment interesting, but sure be terrifying, huh? I mean, to try and kill someone just because of those relationships. She seems so nice and lovely on the outside, but inside she's descended into pure madness.
What did you say?
I understand, I really do. Really. Yep. You're under despair like this Sayaka's betrayal, right, you son of a bitch? Compassion, intimacy, love. The stronger those feelings, the stronger the despair when they collapse. Stop screwing with us! This is all your fault! Sayaka being forced to do something like that? All of it. Everything! It's all your fault!
Suddenly in a frenzy of lunged at Monokuma, but...
That's enough.
As angry as I was, Kyoko latched onto my arm without hesitation. Her grip was like iron. Strong enough, I was sure it would leave a bruise.
Calm down.
If you really want to make your enemies pay for what they've done, you need to let it go for now.
Damn it! That was a close one. I thought for sure you were going to give me a good walloping. Just barely avoided punishment as he did.
Yes, indeed.
Now then, since you're magnificently revealed the identity of the killer during the trial, the blackened Leah Kawana will receive his punishment.
Punishment? You mean execution? Wait a second!
I didn't have a choice! I had to kill her!
Yeah, that's it.
I was protecting myself in the heat of the moment. It was self-defense.
Is that okay?
How exactly was it self-defense? When you pushed your way into the bathroom, did you or did you not use your own very own toolkit? After she shut herself in the bathroom, you went out of your way to head back up to your own room. Then you came out of the way back, broke into the bathroom, and killed her. Am I wrong?
Do you understand?
You had any number of chances to stop what you were doing, but you chose not to. Is it not because you had an unclouded intent to commit murder?
So, that's why...
No, that's not... Stop it. I've had enough of this.
Oh. Are you sure? You were so close to her today, would you not? You can't depress Sayaka, don't you understand?
I can't say Leon is solely to blame. Of course I didn't plan on blaming Sayaka either, because this is the one who's to blame. It's him!
Say what?
If it weren't for you, none of this would have happened to Sayaka or Leon! We shouldn't be fighting each other. We can be fighting against the one who put us in this situation! The mastermind!
Unbelievable.
Uh-oh! Did you awaken your sense of justice?
Hey,
Well, it just so happens that there's no more ethical than a wavering There's nothing more ethical than an unwavering sense of justice. After all, it's the people with that sort of mentality that perpetuate war all around the world. Is it really that kind of justice that awakened within you? Just shut up! Okay, well anyway, more importantly, let's hurry up and get to what everyone's been waiting for. The punishment!
I'm begging you, please, don't do this.
Hey, come on now.
No more paying. No more excuses. You must pay the penalty for breaking the rules. Society demands it.
Stop, please.
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment.
For Leon Kawana, the ultimate baseball star.
No.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Oh, yeah. Time for the punishment. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Ah! Oh, he's getting dragged. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's gonna be a bunch of balls. Is this the 1,000 ball throw? Oh, no! Oh! Monokuma! Oh, God. Ah! He is dead. Goodbye, Leon Kawata. What we saw was a true face of despair. I mean, we can't even call it. If we can't even call it that, what else can we call it?
Extreme!
Whoa! Oh, extreme! Man, my adrenaline is just puffing right out of control! What is going on?
I can't take it.
Do we really have to keep doing this? I just can't take it. Well, hey, if you don't like it... Oh, you're gonna have to swear to cut all ties with the outside world except living here forever. But that's the only single... But that's only if every single one of you can get on board with that.
Damn you!
Frick, why the frick are you doing this and all this evil crap to us?
Evil? You make it sound like I'm some dark, awful, secret society type of guy.
Say what?
Or in this case, a dark, awful, secret society type of bear. Well, why are you putting in such an upstanding young citizen like me? It's through such a grilling ordeal.
Hey,
It seems like you are trying to put this common sense into some sense of something that doesn't make sense. That's why trying to make a mile on a scale, I just don't think it's possible. Yeah, I don't think what you were saying and what I'm saying quite fit together.
Shit.
You piece of crap. What? I don't know who you are, but I'm gonna pound your ass to the ground.
You really must hate me to get so angry, huh? But if you do that, you'll be barking way up the wrong tree. Whatever happened, happened, because more than one of you decided what you want to get out, right? No matter how much time passes, you can't get free from your regrets of the outside world. You are to blame. Well, of course I can't get free from the outside world. Being trapped in the same place. You're trapped, are you? Well, I'm sure you can learn all the mysteries of the school. You're thinking will change for sure. But you'll think, boy, isn't it wonderful how we all get to live here forever?
What does this mean?
What are you trying to say?
Hey.
I feel like there's some deeper meaning hidden in there, just like before.
Chills! Chills! Kills!
Hey.
When you say everyone, who exactly are you referring to?
Sorry, I said everything I got to say. Now I need to save some time for the fun for later.
And just like that, he was gone. He left us there, overwhelmed by a nightmare turned reality. Even after he was gone, we stood there forever, unable to move. Actually, no, it wasn't that long, I think. Everyone just lost their sense of time. We were all too scared. Scared of being alone. No one even tried to speak. Their faces were stone, their voices were dead. But it was in that moment.
Just a second.
Makoto, can I talk to you for a second? She moved close and whispered into my ear.
Makoto.
Before we head back, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's about Sayaka, isn't it? I'm surprised you figured it out.
Listen.
I told you before the class trial started. You had to figure out the mystery of this case yourself. You wanted me to realize how Sayaka betrayed me by myself, didn't you? The thought never even crossed my mind. I feel like a fool becoming such an easy target like that.
It's true.
Sayaka meant to double-cross you. That's a fact that you can never change. But even till the very end, she wasn't sure of her decision. That's why, as she lay dying, she was thinking of you. She was thinking of me? You can't just say something like that. I mean, there was no way you can know that. Only Sayaka would know for sure, and we can't ask her that now.
However...
Even if you can't ask her, you can't infer it, don't you think? Her final thoughts were how she could protect you. What?
So...
The fact that she could use her last ounce of energy to leave her dying message proves it. If she didn't care about what happened to you, she never would have left that message. Well, maybe she wanted to get back at the person who killed her.
Certainly.
That's certainly one possibility, but I don't think that's what it was.
Anyway...
She was uncertain. She wasn't sure she could kill anyone or deceive you, which is why her plan failed. Her hesitation attracted failure.
Right.
It's almost ironic when you think about it. Why are you telling me all this? Because you're the kind of person who can overcome this. Because you can move past the deaths of your friends, Sayaka and Leon, and keep moving forward.
Correct.
Without someone like that, the others would be able to break free of such a desperate situation. Move past their deaths? I could never do that. No, I'm going to carry them with me for the rest of my life. How could I possibly move past something like that? Leon Sayaka, I'll carry them with me forever. I'll carry their memories with me wherever I go. So instead of forgetting them, you chose the hard road. Well, I have high expectations for you. As she said that, she revealed the smallest smile.
Hey.
By the way, I have to admit, I'm curious. How did you know I was talking about Sayaka? Oh, well, I'm psychic. I'm psychic.
What?
Kidding. I just have good intuition.
Yes! We completed the first chapter of Danganronpa.
I almost forgot that she was here.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to end the episode here. If you like this video, check out the annotations at the end of the video. And as always, I'll see you in the next episode of Danganronpa. See you soon.